Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Strategy Game Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Shippey, and today we'll be talking about identity-based strategy. This is so important for everyone to understand, and it's really merging who you are with what you do. You may not have heard the phrase identity-based strategy before. It is something that came to me around the time I was launching StoryWork. So our tagline is really StoryWork identity-based strategy. And so what exactly does that mean? For me, it's really merging who you are with what you do. And that means that there is a process where you yourself are able to discover how your brand translates into a strategy that personally connects with people. That to me is identity based strategy. That's successfully putting it to work. So it's really looking at who you are, what makes you who you are, or your team as a whole, right? Things about your culture, things about individual strengths of the leadership team and how they really shape the organization and how you're represented in the market, and then taking those things and pulling them out and recognizing them enough to be able to say, okay, here's how we're going to tell other people who we are, and what we represent. And so I think there's a lot of assumptions that can come when people don't actually take the time to recognize these things, to pull them out. I call that extracting the gold, to talk about them as a team, those tangibles and the intangibles. And the intangibles would be, the characteristics of your culture, the character and nature of the leaders in your organization and what they represent, right? So for me, talking about StoryWork and where it came from a desire to help people put their stories to work, right? What is your story? What is your brand or your company story? Do people know it? Do they understand it? Does it translate into the way that you reach them, serve them, and market to them? And so what I get to do on a daily basis is really help clients understand exactly who they are, who their clients are, how they can reach them effectively, and make sure that the greater picture, vision, and mission of the organization is conveyed in terms of actual strategy and marketing. And so that's the piece that often gets lost. We had a client recently who had been with us for quite a while, and we had gotten all of the important tactical things done in terms of serving each of their client buckets, making sure that we had offerings around each one of them. And now it was time to layer on the bigger picture, their brand story and what they represented. And we were able to capture that via a series of videos. And it was really powerful and really resonated with so many, I think, because we get to now work that personal connection of the leadership team and what they represent on top of all of the tactical things. So in other words, they got their products and their offerings solidified on that base level, right? And so now we get to layer on that connection part, that human to human connection. And so ultimately, even if you're a big brand, people want to see a human connection at the end of the day. And so my question to you would be, how can you, if you haven't already, layer in that human, that personal connection? And those are the things that are really going to move the needle. And I feel like there's a space in the market where not a lot of people are translating this identity into strategy. And there's such a need for it, because when we understand our personal or our company identity and how it translates into who we serve, it seriously is rocket fuel. And so I want to give you a couple questions that you can ask yourself to be able to begin this process as we finish up this episode. So number one, how does who you are as a person shape your brand? And it can also mean, how does who you are as a team shape your brand? Number two, what is unique about you or your brand? Something that no one else has. It could be anything from a different product offering to a personality or character trait, because those also are differentiators. And I think oftentimes they get discounted when they shouldn't be. And number three, how can you incorporate this further into your strategy? And that's where we use the tool. You can go to storywork.co and grab the free journey map guide. That's really important for this. The user persona guide is really important for this. The ecosystem map guide. Each of those three documents will help you really walk through number three here and map it out in terms of strategy. As for who you are and how that really shapes your brand, that's some personal digging. I mean, that's some personal reflection, and that can be found in the breakthrough map part of the strategy masterclass as well. So we've got free guides for all of these things. As you work through this, you can head to www.storywork.co for more. As always, hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.